Mason, is your mattress obsessively engineered, but it's also shockingly fair in price?
Yeah.
How did I know that?
Because I've already got a bloody Casper mattress, mate.
Very good,
Is that where
Mason.
you're leading, or is it just, or is this a free ad for Casper mattresses from me?
Correct. It's a free ad from you. It's out of the goodness of your heart, and Mason will be giving away his used mattress to the first caller in. Lines are open.
We'll wait. It's your own time you're wasting. Oh wait, we don't have a phone.
That's all right. We should get one. It combines springy latex and supportive memory foams to create an award-winning sleep surface. Time magazine named it Best Invention of 2015.
Was it on the cover?
Probably.
Probably on the cover.
Yeah.
In Casper We Trust, it would have said on the front.
Do you know...
It's the bed and it's dressed as the Statue of Liberty. Continue.
Well, what are the other inventions from 2015? What is it up against?
Snapchat.
Periscope.
Oh, yeah. Boomerang. Every other... Yeah, okay.
A new yo-yo, like a new one. Maybe it bounces. I don't
Maybe it's
know.
got a USB in it.
That's right.
You whiz it down and it connects to your computer and then you whiz it back up again. Got some MP3s on it.
Fantasto. It's
But anyway, this is far and away the best one, I feel.
Absolutely. It's free shipping to the US and Canada. It's about $500 for a twin, up to $900 for a king, which is quite reasonable, mate. Especially because how good it is. Also, you can try it for 100 nights risk-free in your own home, and if you don't love it, they'll pick it up.
I reckon
They'll come to your house and
100
get it.
nights is pretty, like, that's too much to realise that it's a bloody good mattress.
That's right.
Like, and also, you don't, like, when you finally get a good, like, a really good one, you're like, I see what I was missing now.
Now I understand mattresses. Yeah, and why my back was so terrible.
That's right, because I had a big sinkhole in the middle of my other one. That's why.
So they're made in America, and if you visit casper.com/theweeklyplanet and use the promo code THEWEEKLYPLANET, or one word, $50 off, straight up. Nothing wrong with that, Mason.
Cha-ching, you'll add in a cha-ching, won't you?
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Call in now. What are we doing? Rest of the show.
Rest of the show.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, the Weekly Planet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, official podcast of comicbookmovie.com, where we talk movies, comics, TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, my co-host, Nick Mason.
Go Doggies!
Oh, yeah,
Grand final!
Did you watch the game?
Not a single second of it.
I watched it. It was good.
Okay.
I don't like football. I prefer my men in colourful costumes running into each other in the movies, the big screen. Mm-hmm. But a good game of anything I'll watch, and it was a great grand final. A lot of heart, Mason.
Huh.
For everyone who's outside of Melbourne, they're like, what the hell are
The
you
Australian Football League Grand Finaleo.
Correct. Numero uno.
Yes.
It was a good one, mate. It was a bloody good one.
You're wearing a button-up shirt. What's going on there?
I was at a brunch.
Okay, right. There you go.
Yeah. What do you think? You don't like it?
No, it's good.
Is it a little washed out?
It's thrown me a bit. Got a collar.
That's because you always come
got a
around.
got a bloody court appearance. Hope the judge was leaning on you.
You always come around at night when I'm in garbage clothes.
Yep.
So I think you just think I just look like some kind of vagabond.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to leave my house to do this.
Well, I assume that every time we finish recording, like I leave and then a car rolls up, like the real owners of this house, and they're putting the key in the door, and you're like, "We're gonna get out of here," and then you run out the back.
Exactly. Mason.
Yes.
Did you like Jurassic World?
Yes.
I think you said you liked it more than the first Jurassic Park.
Yes, I did.
Because you have no nostalgia for the first Jurassic Park.
Or anything really.
Except for Ninja Turtles for some reason.
Wearing a Ninja
Oh, you are
Turtle-
too.
I'm wearing a
Very
Ninja Turtles
good.
t-shirt, yeah.
Anyway, Jurassic World 2 will apparently be scarier, have more animatronics.
As if it could be scarier.
Did you think it was scary enough, the first Jurassic World?
It was scary when that woman who's doing, just trying her best to look after those kids is horribly mauled by the,
For no
the
reason.
pteranodons. Yeah.
I guess she had it coming.
Yeah, but for having a job. Yeah, what a monster.
Blackberries.
She's the real monster.
It turns out, yeah.
Oh no, the dinosaurs. That were
Most of the dinosaurs were, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the nice ones. Mm-hmm. So apparently the script was written for this one to... look at that dog. Look at her go. What a great spirit. The script was written for the first one to accommodate... Sorry, the script was written for this one to accommodate more animatronics
Okay.
than Jurassic World because the Indominus Rex couldn't... It had too much fluid movement
Sure, yeah, okay.
to make it a big, giant, snappy puppet.
Okay, too fluid.
Too fluid,
Wow,
yeah.
we found your... There you go, Phil Tippett. We found your... we found your Tippett's point.
Very good.
That you can't... Yeah, okay, I didn't...
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to explain Phil Tippett for
Phil
those who
Tippett
don't
is
know?
the dinosaur consultant
Yes.
on the first Jurassic Park.
Yes, that's
and
right.
on Jurassic World.
I
as
believe
well?
so, yeah.
There you go,
Might
right?
be wrong.
Uh-huh.
Or he's dead, who knows?
Who's to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
But so animatronics have reached their limits.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But there's only so many things you can do with animatronics, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the stuff from the first Jurassic Park was like torso up
That's
on these
true.
dinosaurs. Or you'll just see the legs because it's a dude in a raptor suit or whatever.
Yeah.
But shockingly, not a lot of CGI in the first Jurassic Park. A lot of people probably know that now anyway.
I mean, it was mostly just... Have you seen those guys? I don't know where you buy them, but it's like a T-Rex suit.
Yes.
Have you seen
I
it?
see them everywhere.
Right?
They're water skiing, they're slam dunking.
Yep.
What are they up to?
I don't know. I don't know where you get them, but we should get some, right?
Sure.
Just going down the shops, down the ATM, they're great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing, like the novelty's never worn off for me. I'm not like, oh, that's dumb.
It's got a big waggly head.
Yeah, right.
It's always good. I bet there's some great Vine compilations of those T-Rexes. Okay, so Zack Snyder this week, he teased Deathstroke in Justice League.
Oh, that's right. He was saying that the scene we've seen that Ben Affleck sort of teased on his Instagram, YouTube, one of those Twitter. That's in Justice League.
It seems to be, yeah, because you see him drawing the storyboards and he's wearing some sweet leather gloves as he's drawing the story. I can't believe they just captured that image there.
Right.
He just happened to be in his best
Drawing gloves.
Drawing gloves, and they got that. So I assumed that he wasn't going to be a big role, but maybe it's bigger than we thought.
Maybe, and I don't want to question their marketing skills. What if this is the post-credit sequence in Justice League and they've already spoiled it?
It's very possible.
You know what? That's my money's on that.
Yeah.
Because they've done it before. They had the big warehouse fight scene.
They did.
Revealed the whole thing, and then it turned out to be quite like all the way towards the end of the movie. I reckon this is the post-credit sequence.
I don't think so. I think there'd be more to it than that. Surely.
Here's all my far-fetched theories. That's the post-credit sequence. Ben Mendelsohn is a robot in Rogue One.
That's right.
A third thing that's dumb that will never inevitably turn out to be wrong. Those three things. Watch out for them.
Watch out. Does that excite you to see Deathstroke in Justice League?
Yeah.
It's a lot going on.
Although, I mean...
Mother boxes. Deathstrokes.
The problem with Deathstroke in Justice League is he a physical match for anybody besides Batman?
Well, he's maybe... No, I was going to say Wonder Woman.
No.
He's not as strong as Wonder Woman, is he?
No.
Because he's enhanced, but he's not...
No, he's more Captain America enhanced.
Yeah,
He's not,
that's what I mean, yeah.
No.
He's not like throw a bus enhanced.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or withstand a bus being thrown at him from Wonder Woman.
Enhanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But look, I like the costume, I like the character. I like the way he's kind of... As all good villains, the ones that stick around, they're not forced upon you to be like, you like this character. Like, he kind of slowly evolved and people kind of like, oh, we like him. So we just kind of put him into more stuff. You know those characters they keep forcing on us?
Give me an example.
I can't think of any. All those 90s ones. Everything from the 90s.
Oh, sure, right. Yeah, okay. I remember the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
And
And also, like all good villains, he's orange.
yes.
He's like a carrot.
Like a carrot. The greatest villain of all. Good stuff. Time Warner CEO Jeff Bezos says the Ben Affleck movie, Batman movie, the Ben Affleck solo Affleck movie.
Wow. It's just him smoking on street corners.
That's right.
Looking kind of sad for a real rich guy.
It's actually set around the time of Jersey Girl, his lowest point. I saw Jersey Girl. People hate Jersey Girl. It's fine.
Which one's Jersey Girl again?
That's the Kevin Smith one.
No, but I mean, which Kevin Smith one?
The one with Liv Tyler.
Yep.
And he has Will Smith's in it.
No, I remember it, but I don't remember the actual plot is in it.
His wife dies as Jennifer Lopez, and then he
That's
has,
right,
he has
and
to
then
take on the Jersey Girl by
Okay,
himself. George
He
Carlin's
has to fight the Jersey Girl.
That's right.
The mythical Jersey Girl.
George Carlin's in it.
That's right.
Yeah. Rufus. Anyway, what were we doing?
Ben Affleck solo movie.
Year and a half out, the Batman movie.
All right.
So either probably be early 2018, I guess. Or late. No, it wouldn't be late next year, would it?
Seems
That
like a
doesn't
long
work.
way away.
Yeah. There you go. That's very interesting. I'm all for that. It's not that long away, though, is it really? Year and a half to make a
Okay.
movie. To film a movie. To special effect a movie. To edit a movie. To do a press junket. All of those things.
Those things.
The three or four things I said.
A Comic Con.
A Comic Con. Roll out some footage.
Mm.
Multiple whoops. Do you see any of the footage of the Supergirl of Superman? There's some. I meant
No,
to
is
say,
that not out yet?
I don't think so.
Great.
I want to say no, but it might be.
By the time you're listening to this, reading. What am I doing? By the time you're listening to this, it might be out.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
It basically, I still don't think he looks. I think Henry Cavill obviously looks more Superman like physically.
Sure,
But
okay.
you see him kind of in the Clark Kent mode and the Superman mode, and he actually does pretty well.
Okay.
So I don't know how the whole episode is kind of going to play out, but I think they've kind of nailed the spirit and the fun.
Is he going to be a recurring character, or is he just in this one episode?
I think he's in 1 and 2, and then he's going to pop up in the series. And maybe a few years or a year or so down the line, maybe he'll get his own series.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His own Lois and Clark.
Or he'll be recast.
Or he'll be recast, yeah. But no, anyway, I should have said, hey, you should watch that, then we'll talk about it. But you didn't watch it.
Nah.
So we can't talk about it. But let me tell you, Mason, it was okay.
Yeah, look, I've seen some stills and he looks pretty good.
And they do a lot.
It's all about the angles, man.
Totally. They do a lot with the budget of that show as well. Like the flying's quite good.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
For TV, it's pretty solid, man. Doctor.
I mean, we've seen some terrible examples of 90s TV.
Oh God, yeah.
Various things. We did our Caravan of Garbage recently.
We did.
Which,
Justice
and you
League
did
of
Justice
America.
League 1997.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
97. CBS telly movie.
Oh, no good.
God, like it's rough. If you haven't listened to it, I'll link it below. Or watch. You know what? I'd say watch it.
Yeah.
Because you kind of got to see it. But there is an extended audio version of it as well. But my God, my God. That being said, the one this week, which you did, it's our last one for this series, is great. Like it's weird and I don't want to spoil it, but it's weird and great, and it ties into what we're going to be talking about a bit later. But yeah, that'll be out Thursday.
Cool, man.
What are we doing? It's Doctor Strange, another trailer.
New trailer, final trailer.
I hope so. Yeah, that's all I need, and it's a shorter one as well.
I went into it with trepidation because I'm like, what are they going to reveal in this? Not a lot.
So you didn't come out of it with trepidation?
No,
Can you exit something with trepidation, or is it past?
if you're anticipating something after that, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
or if you're exiting like a castle with a moat.
Yeah, that
like
is
the other
scary.
side of the castle.
Yeah,
but there's still the moat, and
is there a little like fence to stop you falling in?
No, there's no fence.
Then that would be trepidous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you think of it though?
It looks good. A lot of mystical sigils.
Did you see some of the jokes at the end?
Did see some of the jokes.
Doctor, Mr. Strange.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Very who's on first.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these bloody guys. Our bloody Abbott and Costello.
Have you ever seen
Mickelson and Cumberbatch. Not as
doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't work as
well.
well.
Have you ever heard somebody try to explain who's on first to somebody else to try and do it?
Oh no, that's a whole nother level, isn't it?
God, it's not like because you can't explain that joke. You have to hear it. Do you know what I mean?
No, you can explain it.
Yeah, but like doing it, and then this guy says this, but he's confused because I'm not gonna see. I can't do it.
No, you go, okay. No, I can do this. Wait. No, here's the joke. There's two men. One of them is explaining that members of a baseball team have funny names. The names of the members of the team are as follows. I can't remember what they are. Who? That's the name of the first guy.
Of the first one.
Who?
Email in. No, sorry. Tweet at Mason if he bloody nailed that.
I don't know. Is the name of another person on the team. The full legal name is the words I don't know.
Yes.
I've done it.
You've done it. Well, that's better than the real thing.
Thank you.
Anyway, Doctor Strange, I was also getting 15 minutes of IMAX footage.
Okay.
That's coming out October 10th. I've entered us in a competition to see if we can go. We probably won't win, so we probably won't see it.
Look, if we do win, I'm happy to see it as long as there aren't any buildings turning inside out on a giant screen.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned that the entire movie's just going to be buildings turning inside out.
Really?
Because there is a lot of that. Is that the finale? Like,
I'd say so.
Yeah, okay.
Surely. Mm-hmm. Are they jumping between dimensions? Is the world going into a black hole or vortex?
oh,
Seems trepidation, doesn't it?
it does seem trepidation, doesn't it? Yeah.
Very excited though. Stan Lee has also filmed 4 future Marvel cameos, and they didn't say why, but it's in case he dies. That's
Absolutely
why they
it
did
is,
it.
yeah.
And by in case I mean he will die, and I'm not saying that to be pessimistic. It's just a fact. Do you disagree?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this recently, didn't we? That
He ground up Jack Kirby's bones, and he made a salve, and every morning he rubs the salve on, and he will never die.
he'll never die. Well, that's good to know. Till he runs out of bone salve.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
then he could just grind up, who else? Brian Michael Bendis,
Sure.
probably, or Jeff Johns or somebody?
any of the
grind
greats.
them up, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The lead singer of Fall Out Boy who writes comics.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever his name is.
It's Gerard Way and it's My Chemical Romance.
Sorry.
okay.
I apologise.
It's all right.
But yeah, we talked about recently how I...
Also, sorry to the lead singer of Fall Out Boy if you indeed write comics, even if they're only in your basement.
I said recently
Pete
that...
Wentz is
Pete
his name.
Wentz? That's,
yeah.
Wow, you're good with bands that you don't listen to's names of their frontmen.
Thank you.
Well done. I presume you don't listen to them anyway, do you? You're not
No,
You're not a Fallout Boy
no.
boy? Is that
No,
what they're called?
no.
Is that what their
I'm a
fans are
Fall
called?
Out Boy, man.
Oh, sorry. I reckon they've 3D scanned the shit out of him to
Pete
use him
Wentz.
down. Yeah, just in case Pete Wentz dies and they want to bring him back as a 2-pack hologram.
Hologram, right?
Yeah. I know. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, I
They're
think you
thinking
mentioned
far
that last
ahead.
week. They've fully body scanned Stan Lee.
Definitely.
You think just for limited edition action figures? Is there a Stan Lee Hot Toys?
Yes,
I think
there
there
is.
is. Yeah.
Yep,
okay.
yep,
Right.
yep,
okay. Well, I
definitely.
could just use him.
Yeah, exactly. What do we got here? God damn it. I get this thing from Twitter every now and then where it's like, hey, these 3 people you follow on Twitter liked a photo. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, why would I care?
You check though.
No, I just
Wow.
get the thing and
Could
then
be an
I...
amazing photo.
Well, I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah.
What if it's a photo of you, like a candid photo of you, and you're taking your bins out and you're looking like you normally look whenever I come over here, i.e. like
Pantsless.
garbage? Yeah, exactly. I'd want to know. That's the thing.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
If you're on Facebook and somebody's mentioned you on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, this is never
Really?
going to be good.
Yeah. See, I don't... You know that fear of missing out thing?
Yes.
I don't have that.
Wow.
I'm happy to miss everything all the time. Doesn't bother me. In fact, I love it. If a lot of people go to a thing and I stay home, I love it.
I actually love that too.
Yeah.
My brain does this thing where if I get invited to like more than 2 events in a night,
Yeah.
my brain goes, that means you can just not go to either of them. It's the perfect crime. It's not the perfect crime because I haven't told either of them.
That you're going to the other thing.
Right, exactly, yeah. And either way, somebody might be disappointed that I'm not going to their thing. But my brain's going, you're getting away with this.
crime,
Also,
that's
maybe
it.
nobody cares. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're unloved, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kevin Feige has said that Marvel are moving away from doppelganger villains. You know, it
did
used
say
to
that,
be
yeah.
Iron Man fights an Iron Man guy-ish, or a guy with whips for some reason.
Yeah, sure, huh.
Who then gets an Iron Man suit. You know, Captain America fights a Nazi version of himself, and so on and so forth.
No, give me more examples.
Okay, the Hulk fights another version of the Hulk.
Yep.
Thor fights...
Mrs. Thor,
Mrs. Thor.
his estranged ex-wife. Yeah, I remember.
Well, I guess Loki's probably... They're not... Well, they're both Asgardian.
Yeah, but no,
they've got different
and he
skills.
said that it's time to move away from that. But also, a lot of that is one of the criticisms of Marvel's villains. A, they're kind of weak,
Yeah.
which is true.
Yep.
But B, they're in the same genre as
Yes.
as the hero that they're fighting. But I think that's fine.
Yeah, but I think you can... It doesn't hurt to deviate.
No,
Yeah.
but I think especially when they're building the universe,
Yes.
it would be weird
Well,
if
that's
they
what
were
he
like,
said as well,
yeah,
yeah.
It's weird that Iron Man is captured and he builds the suit of armor to escape, and then a demon comes out of a mystical portal or something, and then they fight. Like, why? That's
those
confusing to
connected?
people, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I get his
Yeah.
reasoning. Yeah,
But you can have them be a villain and they don't have the exact set of powers.
Yeah, true.
Like some of the... This isn't a Marvel one, but Lex Luthor and Superman, obviously,
Yeah.
they work really well.
and also it would kind of there's enough again with Iron Man, there's enough. All of his villains sort of come from the same.
Business moguls.
Yeah, they're business,
all
or they're
Harvard
like
graduates.
Yeah, or they're like industrial
MIT.
espionage,
Yeah.
or they're like it doesn't have to be a guy in a suit, but it could be like the Ghost who can turn invisible and walk through walls because he steals secrets or what have you. You could put him in.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be exactly the same.
So you want Ghost.
I've
more
retracted
Ghosts.
my entire argument. Feige, you idiots.
I was going to say, which way are you going
No,
with
it's
this?
either. I don't know. Look, I
any
think
villain can work.
yeah, but I think
depending on
maybe
how you
it's.
do it.
I think what I'm saying is I think it's fine to have mirror images for a while, but now that they've built the larger universe
Yeah.
and you can have a magic guy fight a
Yes.
super soldier, maybe now's the time to do it. But I mean, find a way to link them.
Yeah.
Like again, if you want to have Iron Man fight Spy Master or something like that,
Yeah.
because they're the same
Thing.
world. You
Yeah.
know, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you don't
Not
want to.
thing.
You don't want to
Yeah.
have Iron Man fighting a guy who makes the buildings go all wibbly wobbly. It's
Why can't it
ridiculous. It'd mess with his gyroscope.
Yeah, he need a special
He'd vomit in the
gyroscope.
suit. And then what does it do? Oh, do you think maybe what happens do you think when Iron Man vomits in the suit? Do you think it vents it out?
It must like
I
just
reckon I reckon it vents it
out
out
the
like
neck.
out of the neck. He's got
like
gills. They're like gills, yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Like it just mists it out.
Fantastic. What else we got here? This is interesting. JJ Abrams has had a meeting with Valve about moving forward with a Portal movie. That's been in talks for like years.
Hey, while you're there, J.J. Abrams, why don't you go back to Valve and tell them to finish Half-Life? Because the plot's halfway there and it's not...
Do you think they ever will?
No.
They're too busy doing Steam or whatever.
I think it's the new Duke Nukem Forever.
Right.
Because the bloody... Did you ever play the Half-Life games?
I did, yeah.
Well, Half-Life 2, they did Half-Life 2 and then they did some like additional chapters of Half-Life 2. But the world is still in a bloody ruins and the
because of all the head crabs.
Yeah, exactly.
Presumably.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to lie, I didn't finish it.
Okay, right.
I played it a few years ago and I'm like, yeah, this is good, but I didn't.
But like
get
these
through it.
aliens just showed up and ruined the whole world.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like we're just in limbo, man.
Jordan Freeman. Martin, what's his name?
Yeah, it's Martin Freeman. It's based on the actor who played the character in The Office, yeah.
What's his name?
Gordon Freeman.
Gordon Freeman, thank
Yeah.
you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that game where it's like, this guy who's the biggest nerd, he's actually the universe's ultimate warrior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You like it?
It's kind of a bit pandering to massive nerds. But yeah, no, I get it. It's fine.
Do you like? Do you? Oh yeah, I don't like that trope either. Of like, hey, you're a nerd, but you're special. It turns out you're the most special person in.
Right, exactly.
ever.
And all you had to do was nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my favourite one. That's,
The Matrix.
the Harry Potters.
Harry Potters.
All of them.
Your Martin Freeman's the actor. Didn't earn it. Stumbled ass backwards into it.
That's right.
No, he's good. I like him.
Yeah, he's all right.
So Portal movie, I think that could be very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of objects could they shoot the portals on? You know what I mean?
Maybe it wouldn't be as interesting. Now I think about it. Did you play them?
Briefly. Yeah.
Amazing, especially two. It's got the voice of J. Jonah Jameson in it.
That's true. And the voice of another Ricky Gervais's friend.
Yes, Stephen Merchant.
Stephen
isn't
Merchant,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I just think those games are phenomenal. The first one's more like a tech demo than anything. It's only short-ish.
That's true.
And the second one is just like takes it to like a whole new
Did you
level.
ever play the Stanley Parable?
No, I didn't.
That's very good.
Stan Lee Parable.
Yeah, the Stanley. Yeah, exactly. It's just about Stan Lee.
Grinding up the bones of his victims.
Exactly, and becoming an ageless messiah of some sort. Now, the Stanley Parable was basically... It was a like a first-person game, but it wasn't a shooter. You couldn't shoot anything. You could just like flip switches.
And what's the point, Mason?
Well, the premise was it was basically you were a guy who works in an office.
Yeah.
And then like the lights go out or whatever, and then you journey out into the office and discover everybody's gone, and you sort of have to figure out what's going on. But there's a narrator that narrates everything that you do as you're doing it.
Oh, cool.
And so it'd be like if you just start running around the office, the narrator's just like, no matter how hard he looked, Stanley couldn't find anyone, kind of thing. But the thing about it is that you can do, like, sometimes the narrator starts to anticipate what you're doing, and you can do the opposite, and he gets increasingly angry. So it's kind of so you approach two doors, and the narrator goes, and after some thinking, Stanley went through the left door, and you go through the right door, and he's like, no, the left door. What are you kind of? And it's kind of like, do you go with what the narrator's telling you to do, or do you go and do your own thing?
Okay.
It's kind of short. Like the game itself is kind of short, but depending on what you do, like there's a million different endings.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really good.
On the topic of games that are short,
Yes.
I'm all for that. Like, I don't mind paying like full price for a game if it's short and if it's like a solid 4 to 6 hours or whatever. I don't care. I'll pay full price for it. It doesn't have to be 20 hours or have infinite worlds.
Or just grinding.
Oh, grind. Exactly.
Have you played No Man's Sky?
No.
Exactly. Me neither.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Went to the Sandspan guys when I was recording and they were playing it. And it just, like, I was like, oh, this is cool. But then it turns out that that's everything that it is in hindsight.
There's no plot. It's just you go to a world, it's a mining simulator.
Yeah.
You go to another world, it's a mining simulator. And so I go, and the ultimate goal is to get to the center of the galaxy.
And it's nothing.
Well, I just Google, I'm like, what happens at the center of the galaxy? And I'm like, oh, that's not worth.
No, definitely not. Mm-hmm. And apparently a lot of lies in that game. Like,
How do you
leading
mean?
up to it.
Oh,
like, of what
I
it
see.
could do. They overreached, and I think, and fan expectation.
Yeah,
because
I guess because it was kind of, the initial plan for that game was just going to be kind of like an indie game.
Yeah.
It was going to be $20.
Exactly.
But then some big names got to it and were like, this is the next big thing.
Yeah.
And it's not
And then they put it out for
Exactly.
It's not. I think if they did put it out for $20, people would have gone, "This is great."
Yeah.
like what great value for what it is. But yeah,
It might be like one of those games where they do some additional content later.
Sure.
And you can...
Then I'll definitely pick it up. That's what I do. I wait till a shit game gets slightly better, then I buy it because I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm aware. That's what you do.
Okay, good.
But no, I mean, it would work better for me if, like, there was a branching plot, like it was also a randomly generated plot kind of thing, like
or even a plot.
even a plot of any kind. Yeah. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
Anyway, we've talked about video games. We've reached our talking about video games quota for the year.
That's right.
So,
yeah. Tune in next October or whatever month it is. I should quickly mention there's an episode that I did with Sanspants, Plumbing the Death Star, on the world of Pokemon and the horrible implications of growing up there. That was out last Monday, so it'll be there. Go and check it out. I'm in it.
Nice.
It's just me going, not understanding Pokemon, basically.
Oh, sure. That sounds really
and people
good.
explaining Pokemon to me, but it was a lot of fun. Okay. Anyway, Portal movie. Great. I'm all for it.
I guess. What's the plot?
Portals. Trapped in a facility.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
How well did being trapped in a facility movies work generally? Like, how do they go?
Did you ever see Cube?
I did see Cube.
I didn't. Was it
It
good?
was fine.
Okay.
I didn't see Cube 2 or Cube 0.
Cube Zero?
Yeah, there's a prequel.
I now I get why it's called Cube Zero.
Cube Zero,
Is it zero the number or the word zero?
I think it's the word 0.
Interesting. Well, that's
Yeah.
real interesting.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything can be good. I think there's depth in that game in terms of storytelling, which you stumble across.
Okay.
But you haven't played it. all the
I
way through.
briefly know.
Sure.
Not
But there's like little hints at branching plots and why. This is kind of a spoiler, not really for that game, but it's it's slightly implied that because you wake up in that facility as a grown woman.
Okay.
And it's implied that you went there on a field trip as a kid and they just kept you there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mind wipe?
I don't know. You don't know.
Huh.
And that's only an implication. Like it's not even, you're not really 100% sure. Anyway.
Okay. Well, you know what I am looking forward to in that movie is they're going to be wearing those Super Mario Brothers jumpy boots.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Do you see the Portal short film?
No.
It's really good. You should check it out.
All right.
What are we doing? Justin Lin, famous for Fast and Furious
7.
Star Trek Beyond.
Yes.
2 great films.
What's he doing now?
Hot Wheels.
Nah, he's gone too far.
He's gone mad,
Madness.
hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's a great director. He must have something in mind for this.
Is it going to be Lego movie style?
That's a good question. Are
isn't
they
it
going to have
though?
faces like cars? Is
Like
that what you're
cars,
saying?
right? Yeah.
Oh, God, I hope not.
I don't know.
Movies based on toys. Does that work generally?
No. No.
Yeah, Battleship. Well, that was a board game, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But look, if this was like a McGee or a Brett Ratner, then I'd be like,
Sure.
Because it's him, I'm like, there must be something to it.
Well, what's the plot of Hot Wheels? There isn't one.
Cars,
Ah.
loops, big loops,
Big loops, exactly.
Did you have Hot Wheels as a kid?
I did.
I had. I don't know what's a Hot Wheel and what's not. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's exactly my
Matchbox
point.
cars,
Yeah, right.
What's
because
what?
it's just if it's a movie featuring real people in real cars, it's just a movie about people in cars,
Yeah.
like that Need for Speed movie,
Oh yeah,
which had Aaron Paul in it.
yeah. I saw it no time.
I saw about 4 minutes of it, and I'm like, this is so dull. This is so dull. Nothing is ever going to happen in this movie, so I gave up. But that's the thing, because if it's just going to be a movie about cars and they're going to stamp Hot Wheels on it,
Yeah.
it's just another Fast and Furious movie, I guess. But one of the earlier ones that aren't as good.
Are the Hot Wheels brands based on real cars?
They're all real cars, yeah.
Okay, so I guess they have that going for it.
That a movie about cars will feature real cars.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. You're absolutely right.
No, I don't know where this is going, but like I said, Justin Lin, so it can't all be bad, unless it's all bad. Fantastic Beasts, where are they? How do you find them? Have you seen them?
They're in the case. Just don't open the case. Solved it.
Do you see the new trailer?
I did see the new trailer.
What did you think?
I think I'm going to get very sick of Eddie Redmayne going like, he reminds me of, he reminds me of the guy from Mouse Hunt. What's his name again?
John Cleese?
No,
Seen that?
no.
I haven't seen Mouse Hunt.
I'll look it up.
I'll look it up too.
Okay, cool.
So,
But he's all, what have I done?
he's a bit foppish for you?
Yeah. Although, it does look, there's a lot of magic just
I
being
thought that
hurled about.
last trailer looked really good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lee Evans.
Lee Evans, yeah.
Yeah.
A British stand-up comedian, Lee Evans.
The guy from Something About Mary.
Yes.
Who's pretending to be on the crutches. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, his range is incredibly subtle, like award-winning work. And then screaming idiot in Jupiter Ascending.
Ah,
which
right.
is apparently, I haven't seen it, but apparently it's like an insane performance.
Okay, sure.
But this was the first trailer where I went, okay, this looks okay.
Sure, yeah.
Every other trailer, I'm just like, this just look, I don't know, not good.
Uh-huh.
That being said, the director directed the last 15 Harry Potter movies, or last 4 or something, all of which I enjoyed. So I'm sure it'll be good on
It
some
does look
level.
like interestingly chaotic. Like there's a lot of stuff going, and it's it's the past, but I feel magic works better when it's interacting with the real world kind of thing. And a lot of Harry Potter, it was just, here's magic happening in a surreal magic world.
This
Who
bookcase
cares?
leads into a painting which has a portal to a dimension with a wizard in a cauldron.
That sounds really good.
Watch out for the snakes.
Wow.
You know what I did like about this trailer, though? It
What's that?
hinted at there was a great wizarding war in the 40s, which paralleled World War II, where there was like Hitler for wizards.
Sure.
Grindelwald, I want to say.
Whistler.
And he was friends with Dumbledore. They were actually together.
Hit hard.
It's hard, yes. They were partners.
Okay.
Because Dumbledore was a gay man.
Huh. Is this your fan fiction?
Yes. And then it turned out to be true. No, J.K. Rowling's came out and said, no, Dumbledore is gay. You heard that,
No,
surely.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was dating Wizard Hitler, though. Didn't see the signs.
They
Bunch of mustache rides for old Dumbledore, am I right?
They had a relationship.
Okay.
This is more in the book.
Before he was Hitler.
Before he was Hitler. They
Hang on, which books, though?
like the later ones. Because he do a lot of flashback stuff.
But I thought we didn't know Dumbledore was gay until after...
We don't. They're just good friends. It said that they're good friends. They have a lot of correspondence. They have a lot of similar ideals about what magic is and how it relates to humans and how wizards are this and that and more powerful. And Dumbledore went in the direction of, oh no, we should be nicer to regular people. And this guy went the other way. And then he went and became Wizard Hitler and Dumbledore stopped him. So that's what Dumbledore is famous for.
Right.
Because he stopped this guy. And then he ended up in prison, Azkaban. And then you see Voldemort kill him at the start of, or at the end of 7 or 8. I can't remember.
Sure, okay.
So, and he's kind of remorseful at the end and like,
For being Wizard Hitler.
for being Wizard Hitler.
Huh.
So,
Now, so did
my point is, I want to see, it sounds like they're moving into those
Yeah,
movies.
okay, that sounds interesting. Did the war take place within World War II?
Yes.
So like on
Or
the
around
same
that era.
but like the same battlegrounds?
No,
Okay,
no,
right.
but it happened at the same time.
Okay,
I think
cool.
they're made, because in the same way in the Harry Potter universe, the Prime Minister is familiar with wizards because when you become Prime Minister of England,
They tell you about the wizards.
they tell you about the wizards. Like
Right.
he shows up through your
Yeah.
fireplace and tells you. So
Okay.
it might have been the same thing where Hitler had
Yeah.
an alliance with Wizard Hitler.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Prime Minister, we've got 2 boards set up. This is the Western Front. You'll notice Hitler, and over here you see the Wizarding World, and there's gay Wizard Hitler.
It's weird that Hitler would like gay Wizard Hitler. Maybe he didn't know he was gay because I don't think he would have liked him otherwise.
No, that's right.
Man, what a world though. The point is, I don't care so much about Fantastic Beasts, but the idea of seeing Wizard Hitler World War II
Yep.
for wizards,
Uh-huh.
like in the next couple of movies, with like young Dumbledore. I don't
Yep.
generally like prequels, but that sounds amazing to me.
Now, would J.K. Rowling write these, or
yeah,
is it?
she is writing them.
She is writing
Yeah,
them. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So I think that's super cool, Mason.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe we'll do a Harry Potter episode like we said we would.
Yep,
Maybe next week.
great.
Maybe
What else
not.
is happening next week?
Dunno.
Yeah.
One more bit of news.
Maybe we should. We could talk about Magnificent Seven in passing, which neither of us watched. Well, I might watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Last bit of news. Jon Favreau's directing a live-action version of The Lion King, air quotes live action, you know what I mean?
That's right. Reboot.
Yeah.
Gritty reboot.
What do you think of that?
I don't have any nostalgia for The Lion King or any Disney movie or anything. As we've discussed, I don't care. Remake it, I'm not going to watch it like I didn't watch The Lion King.
The original Lion King?
Never seen it.
Really?
Correct.
It's great. I don't care what you say. That you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So you have no opinion.
Correct.
But I think it's a fantastic movie. I think it might be one of the best movies.
Huh.
And I'm looking forward to this adaptation. I don't know if you know this, Mason, but I called this like months ago. I was like, they're going to make Lion King. And lo and behold, they did. I basically think the Jungle Book, they went, let's take a movie that not many people care about.
Oh, this is the test bed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a demo reel.
Right.
For can we make animals look convincing?
I
and
hope they
talk?
said that on set every morning. They're like, listen, guys, get out there. You guys are all great professionals. Do your best. We're going to really enjoy this. But also, we don't really care. We're just doing this to see if people would like Lion King.
Yeah.
All right. Lunch is at 12. Let's see you later.
Now, I didn't love the Jungle Book. I thought it was good, but it did feel to me more like a tech demo.
Yeah,
Look what we can do. Look at this. We can build a forest and whatever.
There's no humans in The Lion King, right?
Oh no, there's not.
Okay.
No. So it would be. I think they'd do it like Andy Serkis style or whatever, or
You did the international symbol for like puppets on strings.
Yeah, that's
Is
how,
that how he does it.
Works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing that does concern me about this, I mean, they could just ruin it completely. That being said, who cares? Because it already exists.
Right.
Like, there's already a great version of it. Is some of the weakest stuff in the Jungle Book movie is the music. And
The Lion King.
Sorry, yeah. No, the Jungle Book
okay, right.
is they take some of the old songs. Christopher Walken does a number, and you'd think it'd be amazing, right? And it's just like, whatever.
It's the one where he dances all around in the hotel room, and he climbs up the walls.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go with this. What's that called?
Weapon of choice.
Weapon of choice. Thank you. And there's another one they do, the bare necessities, I assume.
Sure, yeah.
But it's just, it doesn't work at all.
Look, as long as at some point we get a live action version of Tailspin.
Yeah. Tailspin. Anyway, so that's my concern.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless Jon Favreau has done a musical, in which case I apologize.
You saw the Lion King musical, right?
I did.
Huh.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh yeah. Why would you?
If I had, I could bluff my way through seeing Lion King, the movie.
It's a great movie.
All right, fine. I'm not going to watch it.
You don't have to, but you should.
Good, I'm not going to.
You don't like... What about Aladdin? You like Aladdin?
Not really.
Little Mermaid?
They're fine, but I don't
Hercules?
care. I just don't like Disney's whole deal.
Because it's the orphans?
The orphans. You don't have to have a movie that starts with just horrible tragedy and then we feel slightly better.
Then why how are you supposed to relate to the protagonist?
They just be a real cool dude.
You can't be a cool dude. Oh. Well, if you show up just being a cool dude, you're
what
not
about
relatable.
The Emperor's New Groove? He was a cool dude, wasn't he?
He was a llama or something to that description. That's not a bad movie.
Yeah. What about Ferris Bueller?
He's a dick.
Yeah, like
him.
me.
Tarzan's good as well.
All right.
The Disney one. Anyway, Mason, we
Yes.
gotta talk about Luke Cage.
Do we gotta?
We gotta.
Okay, we should. It's yeah. Okay.
So it's there've been 13 episodes released on Netflix. We've actually both finished both of them. Both finished all of them.
Correct.
All 13.
Yeah.
So what we thought we'd do is, as we would with a movie, we'll talk non-spoilers and then spoilers, but we'll clearly mark that because we understand that most people haven't shotgunned 13 episodes of television.
And if you haven't, what's wrong with you? No, you're normal.
Yeah, you're a
You've had
normal
stuff to
human
do. It's not enough time. They should release it like Wednesday.
Oh, so we have time to...
Yeah, just for us.
No, they want to do it for the weekend, so you can watch it over the weekend. Yeah, you know what? It kills me on Easter egg videos, mate. It kills me.
Well, we were talking about this earlier.
It destroys my weekend.
Because this has come in the wake of Daredevil season 2, but also Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
And Jessica Jones, which I liked a lot, and I've since rewatched some of it, and I'm like, this is one of my favorites, but it's barely in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So there's barely any Easter eggs and references to other Marvel properties because it could really be set anywhere and in any universe.
But this one, boy howdy. Especially the first three. It's like very top heavy on Easter eggs. Anyway, Luke Cage.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I had a good time. It's probably not my favourite of these Netflix series, but a good time. And in fact, I think I enjoyed it more as it went along.
Okay.
So in contrast to me saying, oh, Jessica Jones doesn't have enough Easter eggs, as the Easter eggs lessened in this one, I enjoyed it more.
You enjoyed it more.
So guess what? I'll never be happy.
See, I think for me, this along with Daredevil season 2, I found the weakest by far. And I don't know why people are like, this is amazing. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's good-ish. It's way too drawn out. The world building's good. The characters are good. It's well cast. The action scenes are shithouse.
They're not great. Yeah, they're absolutely,
And it's way too long.
Right, because actually, in terms of pacing, I didn't feel this one was too long.
Maybe it's just because I watched like 6 hours and then 7 hours.
Right. Well, no, see, I did about the same.
Yeah.
Look, to me, also, this one felt the most episodic, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Where I'm like, okay, everything felt clearly broken up into episodes. Like with Jessica Jones and Daredevil, I'm like, here's this ongoing story.
Yeah.
It could, it's just an hour at a time, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but this one felt most like a TV show, and that had good points and bad points. I felt
right. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, let's go through some things, Mason.
Let's talk about things.
Casting.
Great.
Luke Cage, great, right?
He's good, yeah.
He's really good. People were worried that he wouldn't have the chops to pull off some of the more like serious, the more dramatic stuff.
Yep.
I found that wasn't the case at all. There's a tragedy that befalls him early on, and I thought he
Which I bloody called.
Yeah, well, yeah. You love your bloody orphans, don't you?
Yeah.
Your tragedy. Oh, it's not. That's not what it is. But I don't know where I'm going with that.
He accidentally kills a busload of orphans.
Yeah, that's right. But no, I thought he's great. He's really well cast.
Yep.
And you know what? He's
not as
not as big. That's what I was going to say.
No,
like,
I was going to say
impossibly
he's not as kind of flirty and kind of like suave to the ladies in this one. More so towards
the end, I would say. Yeah,
because he's getting his groove back.
Yeah.
But I guess after the events of Jessica Jones, lost his groove a little
exactly.
bit.
Because we can spoil Jessica Jones, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Because in that, his wife died, and then him and Jessica Jones' relationship was tumultuous.
Yeah,
let's say.
And his bar got blown up.
That
guy tried to stab him to death in the neck, which I feel would your faith in humanity would dip a little bit.
Somewhat
I feel
diminish.
But random dude just tries to stab you in the neck, not knowing you're bulletproof.
I like that he looks like a normal guy. Like he's big, but he's not like impossibly
right. Okay, sure.
Ripped. You know what I mean? He's just a big like guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you see him in like when he's put in like New Avengers or something like that, he's just this Hulk-like being as well.
Yeah.
I guess to compare with the rest of them, but I think as a human, he looks better.
He looks more like a human.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. What about who else we got? Who else? What's her name? The initial love interest.
Misty Knight.
What do you think?
Great.
I thought she was really good too. Yeah. Looked the part.
Yeah.
Especially towards the end, you see the costume is kind of the dress that she wears at the end is very reminiscent.
Yeah.
The way she looks in the comic. The police procedural stuff didn't always work for me, but she and her partner did. I believe that relationship.
Yep.
I thought she was great. And the way that she bounced off Luke Cage and
in terms of like how the police procedural, it did kind of feel a little bit Hollywoody to me, and a little bit. Some of the dialogue was a little bit cliched, but those two work, I think.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. The villains.
Yep.
There's a few. One of which we'll probably talk about in spoilers. But we've got Cottonmouth.
Yep.
And what's her name? Dillard. What's her name? Mariah Dillard? Is that right? Yeah, it is Mariah Dillard. Though in the comic book she's referred to as Black Mariah.
Yep.
Anyway, I thought both of those guys and girls.
Who was guess who my favourite villain is in this?
Shades.
It's Shades.
Yeah, he's good. Me too, actually. I really like Shades. I think he might have been my favourite as well. But did you buy Cottonmouth as the ruler of this kind of...
Yes, I did, yeah.
He's the kingpin of Harlem and whatnot. He does the kind of the underhand stuff, and Mariah does the more political side of things. And they're obviously in cahoots.
Yes.
And they both... And I actually enjoyed their backstories as well. I could have done with maybe even a bit more of that. Because a lot of the times... Normally I don't like flashbacks, but I find the Netflix Marvel flashbacks interesting. Especially here, actually. I really like the Luke Cage origin episode.
Sure.
Where he's locked up or whatever. That was actually one of my favourite bits. Shades, though.
Yes.
I don't know what it was about that guy. I don't know whether he just acted the hell out of it, but I really bought it. Like, he was cool and calm. The way he kind of swooped in and kind of fixed a whole bunch of stuff up.
You're like, what's his deal?
Yeah, what's his deal? But I thought he was great. And hopefully we'll be seeing more of him, I guess. Spoiler alert either way. Who knows how that's going, Mason? But no, I thought he was a lot of fun. The last villain, I guess we'll get to in
spoilers,
in our spoilers. So the storyline for this is he's in hiding, sort of.
He's moved to Harlem.
Yeah. But he's not originally from Harlem.
Correct.
Which is a deviation from the...
Yeah, he's from...
New Orleans? No.
Georgia?
Something like that. Savannah?
Maybe.
Yeah. But he tells people he's from Chicago.
That's right.
But he's not. Do you think that detracted from him being the hero of Harlem when he wasn't from Harlem? Like, he didn't know the streets? And people were always like, you're not from here. Do you think that detracted from it?
Nah.
That's all right?
Nah, it's fine.
He was a man of the people, wasn't he?
That's true.
So anyway, he's there. He's lying low.
He's lying low. He's working at Pop's barbershop.
Yeah.
Pop is mentioned in Jessica Jones.
Oh really?
Yeah, but he's not. We don't get any further backstory. So I'm
What's in Jessica Jones?
When Jessica Jones comes into his bar.
Yeah.
They're having a bit of a chat, and he's like, as Pop always said, something.
Okay.
And yes, and I always assumed it was like his actual father.
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
But no, it
turns out it wasn't.
Just this guy.
So before his bar exploded, he was friends with Pop, and then when his bar exploded, he went to sweep hair for 5 months.
Yes.
I guess that's how the timeline of that plays out.
Yeah.
He was good too, Pop, actually.
I
I
know.
thought he was really good. Yeah. Not from the comics though, I think. As far as I know. I looked into a bit. Couldn't find him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's
And
next?
he's working part time at the sweeping floors at the barber shop, but he's also working at Harlem's Paradise, which is the nightclub.
Yes.
And you know what I actually enjoyed about this? Once I figured out it was happening, because it took me a few episodes to figure it out. There's a musical guest.
Yeah,
time
every
they
episode.
go there, right?
Yeah, really
and so
cool.
and I thought that was kind of like it was. There's some interesting throwbacks, I think, to like shows from the 70s.
Yeah.
And like, you know, blaxploit, because I mean you couldn't go full blaxploitation in this kind of thing.
You could if you said it in the 70s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it was kind of like you know, that's kind of a throwback to like, you know, TV shows from the 70s where there'd be this narrative, but it'd also be like, plus special musical guests, the Delphonics or whatever. And then they're in there and there's like Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings and bloody other people. Faith Evans is in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
Method Man.
Method Man makes an appearance. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that bit actually.
Me
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. In fact, I think maybe that also, I kind of got a bit, you know, a little bit choked up.
really,
Method Man was there and he's bloody doing a rhyme about the streets.
how
and
cool
about,
Luke Cage was
Yes,
or whatever.
yeah.
Turns out Method Man can act a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You wouldn't know if you remembered him from what's that Zach Braff movie?
Garden State.
Yeah, he's in Garden State.
Is he?
Yeah.
Who's he in Garden State?
He's the hotel porter that shows them that there's that weird corridor behind all the
where you can look through or whatever.
yeah, the weird hidey hole in the back of the hotel.
Why is he in that?
I don't know. I guess he's friends with Zach Braff.
I guess so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You learned something.
Also,
there.
you clearly also haven't seen the Method Man Red Man film How High.
No,
He's in that.
Two mans coming together.
Yeah, right?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, you were telling us what you thought the story was.
Oh no! Bloody. All right, well he's moved there and then but he just can't keep the hero life. Can't keep it under wraps, can he?
No, he can't. It's
You know
hard.
what I mean? Yeah.
So he keeps getting drawn into kind of I didn't like how he was prompted into doing the right thing. Like he was kind of pushed.
Oh, okay.
Because I liked the idea. Maybe they wanted to distinguish it from Jessica Jones, where people come to him and be like, "We'll give you money, help me do a thing."
Yep.
Like there wasn't any of that. There were hints towards it. You know, people tried to make him the hero for hire.
Yeah,
But he kind of flat out refused. But he was kind of he'd lay low until the tragic event happens, and then he decided to clean up the streets. Mm-hmm. I didn't love that.
It felt a bit Spider-Man.
Sure, yeah.
Because he was
yeah.
like, no, I'll just stay out of everything and then
Yeah, and then he's in everything.
he's in everything.
Yeah. And I felt from that there was a lot of kind of like, well, he's invincible and everybody knows and the bad guys don't like him, but there's just a whole lot of, what are we going to do about Luke Cage? I don't know. He's bulletproof. And then a lot of scenes if he'd walk into a room and everybody's just shooting at him or punching him. Like, you know who he is.
Yeah, right.
Why does that keep happening?
Maybe you're trying to hit him in the eyeball or whatever.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Or wait till he's talking and shoot him in the mouth.
Again, I don't buy it. As we found out, his organs are,
That's true, yeah.
they got shellfish DNA or something.
Yeah.
Whatever that
Yeah, I
was
mean,
about.
there were moments in this one where I did feel that there were some things that were kind of contrived to keep the plot moving forward.
Yeah.
And I felt like they were kind of like, okay, if you just did this in this scene, everything would be over.
Right.
But he didn't because there was a requirement that the plot kept moving.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
absolutely.
So
yeah.
I can't think of any specifics right now.
Sure.
But I did remember Charles Bradley's one of the musical acts in the bloody... He's great.
You remember that specific.
Yeah.
And that's good enough for this.
I think the guy
this
who...
show.
The musical supervisor it was in A Tribe Called Quest.
Okay,
I don't know if
right.
that's a... You know... I don't know if he specifically requested all these
Maybe he did.
groups, but... That's a,
It seems very intentional though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We talked about fight scenes.
they're pretty average.
Pretty bloody. And not even... I don't mind seeing a guy go into a room and just flat out just thump
That's
20
fun.
guys. That's fun.
But it wasn't
but
fun.
this wasn't fun. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know whether it was the way it was filmed or choreographed or whatever. It didn't feel like there was... I don't know. Wasn't weight to it the way that when Jessica Jones would hit somebody, or even that Jessica Jones Luke Cage bar fight scene.
Yeah, uh-huh.
There was nothing like that.
Because I think what we learned from Jessica Jones is it doesn't matter if she's just plowing through everybody and it's not even a contest, because it's not there's a lot of scenes where she's doing that, but that's not the point of the scene. Like we're trying to get we're trying to get something across about the character or what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they're fun.
Yeah.
But we saw before this came out, we saw the that trailer
car
where
door.
he goes into this
Safe hold, I
yeah
guess.
kind of thing, and he just plows through a whole bunch of guys, and that seemed really really fun.
Yeah.
But that's the most fun action sequence in this, I feel.
It
right?
is. Yeah. And even in terms of special effects, well, there's not the special effects that you might have in a Daredevil or like another Marvel property.
Yeah.
But even like, the bit where he runs out of the building and explodes behind him look kind of shonky. There's a bit where he shoulders a car, but you don't see it.
You don't see him hit the car, right?
Like, there's stuff like that. I'm like, that's odd.
And I guess in the one hand, the idea there where he runs in front of the car and the people that he's saving don't know that he's going to survive that. So it's kind of, but we know he is.
Yes.
So
that's right.
Yeah. There's been great people destroying cars by running into them.
It's a comic book trope.
It's a comic
in
book
bloody
trope.
everything. They did it in Smallville.
And they've had the special effects for years. Yeah.
Yep.
There's that Uncle video clip where there's the homeless guy gets hit by a car.
Oh, really?
And the car explodes.
Oh, cool.
It's very good.
Well,
Rabbit in your headlights. Go look that up.
I will, Mason.
You do it.
I won't. But all you gotta do is like have a car hit a bollard and then replace a bollard with a guy.
That being said, there is later on in the series he does get thrown into the side of a van. Like and that looks really good.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
There is that final fight, which is, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
And there's that great line when the guy's like, hey, that guy said something about your mother.
Right.
I was like, that's very, I laughed. I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
So, no, it wasn't all bad for me.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is because it's cast so well.
Yeah. And I guess because when you think about Daredevil, he's a guy who's very well trained, but he's not the strongest man in the room.
Yeah.
And also he's been horribly injured. He's horribly injured most of the time.
He's normally in between stabbings.
Right, exactly, yeah. And so there's this real sense of urgency to it.
Yeah.
So you can either have that, or you can have it where it's kind of fun, where it's just Jessica Jones is super strong and it's a fun situation. But this wasn't. No. You never really get the sense he's in that much danger, and it wasn't that much fun.
Yeah. What bit should we talk spoilers?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say spoilers.
Hang on, what else can we talk about in non-spoilers?
Shades was pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he?
Yeah. Did you like how they elaborate on his backstory? Like how he met his wife, how he came into the program, his time in the prison.
We should talk about that later because there's some interesting twists there.
I completely agree. But again, I felt this more than any of the other ones.
Yes.
I'm probably the same as Daredevil Season 2. This could be 8. Why is it 13?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's way too long.
Look, for me, again, I didn't feel that in this one.
Yeah.
Like I was like, because today I woke up and I'm like, I got to finish Luke Cage for this. Yeah. Then I started up and I'm like, I'm up to episode 10.
Okay,
cool. I didn't feel it dragged for me anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But again, maybe because I like the characters.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, this is the...
Maybe I'm a racist.
It's almost certainly. Not for this reason, but... Also, this is the second Netflix series to have a character, have an actor from The Wire in it. Yeah. Because the last one we had Jessica Jones, we had Lester Freeman. In this we have Kima.
Who plays?
The police captain.
Yeah.
Well, the actor's name isn't Kima.
Are you sure?
The character's name in The Wire is Kima.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never seen The Wire.
It's great.
I know.
I'm one of those guys that's always like, you got to see The Wire,
I'll watch The Wire if you watch The Lion King. We'll watch them back to back. We'll marathon them.
Great. Sounds really good. Sounds good for me. I'll watch The Lion King and take lunch. See you in 2 weeks.
Good stuff. But yeah, look, I hope this isn't indicative of where these are going. No. I just think it was kind of flat overall. I'm just a bit disappointed. I was really looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that kind of Iron Fist can turn it around. I know it will. Yep. Choreography wise. Yep. I think that'll definitely deliver. Uh-huh. And I think Defenders will be interesting seeing these guys come all together. Yeah, yeah. But I couldn't do another 13 of this.
Right, okay.
I'll tell you that much.
Look, I think it had some flat spots, but I think it sort of rallied. There was some fun spots, there was some flat spots. Yeah. I like the characters, and I think it rallied towards the end. Yeah. Again, I was like kind of like, oh yeah, this guy represents something important kind of thing.
Yes, and that's what I did like. I liked the sense of community that they kind of built, and the world felt real. And I also liked how it was shot mostly in daylight.
Right, okay,
and
sure.
I liked that. It wasn't all like alleys, people running through alleys and across rooftops, because he doesn't do that.
No, that's true, yeah.
He doesn't need
to. But I also
to.
like the idea of like what he represents. Yeah. Like he's a hero who he's out on the streets wearing just in a hoodie. Yeah. And he's kind of like in a way that could be the most dangerous thing you could do in Harlem.
Yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
be him, you know.
But he's bulletproof, so.
Yeah, he's bulletproof, so not him so much. Yeah. Yeah, spoilers. Let's do it.
What do we say that we
let's,
think that
you know
we
what?
do?
Let's start from the end.
Yeah.
That last fight.
Yep.
It's Cage versus Diamondback.
Yep.
That suit is ridiculous.
Yes.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, it's
Like,
the
surely-
comic version, right? Obviously.
Yeah, but even so.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It's
Surely
real-
Justin Hammer had something better in the.
but like a weird. It wouldn't even look strong.
No, it's true.
It wasn't like a armored suit. It just looked like a jacket over a turtleneck.
It seemed to have some sort of like impact absorbency to it.
Oh,
I guess it
okay.
was more like Daredevil's suit.
Yeah.
Because he gets when you first see him in it, I think Misty shoots him, and it's sort of the suit sort of ripples. As it like
okay,
deflects
right.
the bullet. So I think it was like.
Oh, that's how that works.
Yeah,
Okay.
uh-huh.
All right then.
But man, and look, I understand that he has to have a helmet on because otherwise Cage could just chop him on the head and it'd
Yeah.
all be over.
yeah,
But
not a good helmet.
yeah,
He did look real. He looked like a big dumb turtle coming out in that.
looked like a big dumb turtle. And also the problem with that is I felt this in that final battle because again there were some good bits where he gets punched into the van.
Yeah.
That looked really good.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, that fight shouldn't have lasted. That shouldn't have lasted a second.
Yeah.
Because he could have just ripped the helmet off and then tapped him, and he would
Yeah.
have been out. Or just pulled the. I assumed he was going to pull the power
Well, they
source
kept
out.
showing it,
Yeah.
but it was implied that he let him hit him till he powered
Yeah.
down.
The metaphor was when they were kids, they used to fight.
Yeah.
And in the Golden Gloves or whatever. And the premise was that he would punch Cage until he tired himself out, and then Cage would knock him out.
Yeah.
And that's what he remembered.
Yeah.
And that's how he won. But I thought he was like, he kept seeing the power thing, and I
Yeah.
kept assuming he'd just rip it out.
Yeah.
That fight could have ended very quickly.
It didn't though, did it?
No, it went a long
and
time.
it wasn't a bad fight by any stretch. But yeah, I completely agree. And I guess that's one of those things you're talking about where to keep the story going.
Yeah.
That's one of those.
You have to assume that Cage is going into this with only one way to win this fight, which is a lot of punches.
Yeah.
When he could just, I don't know, do anything else.
Do literally
pull out
anything
a
else.
cord, I don't know.
I felt also that last episode had about 20 or 30 minutes in the middle where it's been a long time, like kind of wrapping it up and everyone's getting their just desserts. And then I'm like, that could have been 5 minutes.
Right.
And then for it to turn around and then go, everyone's out in the streets and Cage is arrested.
Yeah.
Like you could have shortened
And
that.
also, we know he's going to get out of this.
Yes.
Because his friend at the barbershop finds the folder with all the evidence to clear his name in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like right at the end. So
Yeah.
what else?
He's going to be in the Defenders. Oh, what do you think of that villain?
Shades.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Oh, not that villain. I was going to say the Turtle Man.
Diamondback.
Yeah. What do you think of him as a villain?
Look, his motivations are
He's crazy for no reason.
he's crazy for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I didn't 100% believe that backstory that he'd done all this because he was not the favorite kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that even is a plot that's happened in other superhero movies or
Sure,
properties.
yes. Thor.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But that's epic.
Yes.
Kind of thing. Like, and the normal rules of interaction do not apply to them because they're mythical
Yeah.
people. Like,
This guy's just a guy.
did you build an entire criminal empire and... you know what? I'm thinking of Spectre.
Right.
Blofeld builds an entire criminal empire. It's the same plot.
It's the same plot.
It's the same plot.
I just saw the look of realization on your
Yeah, it's the same.
your
He
face.
built an entire criminal empire because he was not the favorite kid.
Yeah.
This happened again. It's not even original.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fine. He was a bit Bible crazy.
Sure.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I was going to say about Shades, I assumed he had some sort of superpower.
Like he does in the comics. His shades shoot lasers or something.
Right, sure.
Yeah. No, turns out. Well, I thought he had like a mind reading thing.
too. I thought-
or a truth.
Yeah, I thought human lie detector.
Yeah.
But it turned out, and that's maybe why I felt it was so compelling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when are they going to reveal
What's he
what?
doing?
But I guess he's just a good judge of character.
It was a really good like support. That's what I liked about him. Like he'd
Yeah.
come in and be like, listen, do this, and this.
Yep.
And like he was often the smartest guy in the room.
He had your back.
Yeah, he had your back. And I think it'll be interesting to see him pop up again. I think,
Mm-hmm.
I think he really brought something. Mm-hmm. And he went.
Shades. That's
Yes,
what
he
he brought.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was out in the elevator.
I think sales of that model of Ray-Bans are going to go up.
I love a Ray-Bans. Do you wear Ray-Bans?
No, I tend to step on them.
You like an Oakley.
Yeah, I
a
love an
wraparound
Oakley. I love a
Oakley.
speed dealer Oakley. I like to wear them to sporting events.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that Diamondback was kind of... when he was chasing him through the streets, I'm like, who is this guy? Like, that's really... Like, I like the episode of Cage was injured and he was chasing him.
Yep.
With the bullets that made from Chitauri Tech or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was really compelling.
No,
but then
they made a shellfish.
That's right.
No, I don't know.
But then he shot him and he in the shoulder and he fell into a garbage truck and then the garbage truck just drove off.
Yeah. See, there's your plot contrivance to keep it going. Like if you had
You're
one
not going to
more,
go after that?
Exactly. If you had your one goal is to kill this guy, you've got one more bullet, walk up, put it in his head.
Yeah.
Like what do you...
And did the driver not hear the bullet? Or maybe that's why he drove off. I don't know. But
Maybe.
I think it would have been more convincing if they were on a bridge.
Yep.
And then Cage was shot and he fell off and he fell onto the top of a truck and then it kind of took off. Then he fell into a parked garbage truck and then it drove away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But man, that happens in New York, man.
I guess it
You
does.
know what I mean?
If it's either that or a yellow cab, isn't it?
That's right.
Who bloody knows?
Or you fall into a bloody giant slice of pizza. It's so big over there.
New York's finest. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Night Nurse. She was really good.
Yeah.
Now she takes
you know what? She's my favorite. Rosario Dawson in this is my favorite recurring character in this part of the Marvel universe, I think.
And she's finally, she's
stepping up.
Yeah, that's what I'm
She's
saying.
taking a lot of stuff
taken
going
4
on.
seasons, but she's now going to... She's going to be... Well, someone even calls her the Night Nurse at one point.
Yes, yeah, they do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she takes a number from a flyer for martial arts, and the character... I can't remember what's her name. Colleen something. She's an Iron Fist character. Anyway.
Sure.
So
Okay.
there's a few little things, but there's not... I think Iron Fist will more lead directly into Defenders than this will.
I was going to say, one throwback to the comics, Misty Knight is shot in the arm. I had assumed she was going to go full bionic arm by the end of this. But then I'm like, where would she get a bionic arm in Harlem?
Exactly. It's
know?
a different kind of... Yeah, it's not that kind of universe. I mean, you can get a weird turtle suit that makes you strong, but... Yeah,
I thought maybe from the Doctor that
okay, sure.
powered Luke Cage, but then it's not really his area of expertise,
no, and
is it?
it's not really a... I mean, it's the same universe, but it's not this universe where you just get a metal arm to... Like, that happens in... Coulson has a robot hand or something, but that's not really... Yeah. That's not this. Mm-hmm. Look, I liked a lot of it, but just not sequentially.
Sure, okay.
I was like, this is good. Oh, this is good. Oh no, it's boring. Oh, it's back. Like that was me, and it was kind of a little slow going to kind of kick off. I kind of thought I liked the bit where the rocket launcher blew up the shop. I enjoyed that.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
it was a good thing.
I felt sad when Pops died. I remember saying when the trailer came out, I'm like, I really hope Pops doesn't die. But he did die.
He bloody did. And also,
this is the second Wu-Tang. Also, I was going to say Method Man's the second Wu-Tang Clan member to be in the Marvel Universe. Ghostface is in. Ghostface is in a deleted scene in Iron Man 1.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
As himself?
Yes.
There you go.
He's the deleted scene. It explains how Iron Man got from America to Gulmira in like 5 minutes.
I've done a video on that.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even recognize.
There's an in-between bit that they cut out where he's partying with Ghostface
in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I hope we'll see the rest of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
How many are there? 3
like
or 4?
7.
Is there really that many?
Is there? Yeah.
Okay.
Except ODB, he's dead. Yeah, sorry.
So he's not going to Stan Lee him?
Oh, maybe.
Scan and
maybe.
Drop him in?
Yeah.
I hope these aren't waning.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't feel that way.
No, but I see what you're saying. I see, for me, it had its good and bad points.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's
not a total disaster.
It's not a total disaster, yeah.
I'll agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give it a B.
I'm going to give it you can't give it that.
That's true. I'm not allowed.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to say best series ever. Then if I have to choose best or worst.
Oh, see, I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah.
But I did. I'm going to say there's 8 hours of best show ever in it.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
that'll do me. Well, you know what it's time for, Mason?
What's the time for?
What we are going to read and going to read. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, great.
Sorry, that's gonna happen.
Well, that's the sign I feel when you start singing Christmas carols. You need to pee. So.
That's right. I'll be back after the theme song though.
Okay, great.
I'm doing the theme. What are we reading today? Well, that was so quick. How did I get back so quick, Mason?
You pee really fast.
Yeah, I peed on
Big urethra. You got a giant urethra. What have you been reading this week?
What did I write down? I'm looking down here and there's nothing here.
You know what I watched? I
wrote
watched
nothing down.
episodes 1 and 2 of season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And?
I'm back in for those 2 episodes.
That mean you're back in for the next one?
Maybe. I'm going to give it one more.
How was it?
Pretty good. Well, see, I mean, the problem I had with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when I started watching it is it started out strong and then it just became sort of artifact of the week.
Yes.
It was just them flying around and finding different
Chitauri tech.
Chitauri artifacts, and it was all basically exactly the same. This was good. They seem to have trimmed some of the fat from the cast.
Right.
Because the previous cast were real fat. No, but there's
no Jake Chisel.
He's out.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, there's few there's been some changes. I don't know. It seems to be streamlined, and they seem to have a better, I don't know, like a better rapport kind of together.
Right.
Fitz and Simmons are a couple now.
Are they?
Yeah.
There you
also,
go. I learned something.
the guy, whichever of Fitz and Simmons is the guy, seems to have had some sort of personality transplant.
Yes.
He's got stubble now.
He got hit in the head.
Yes, I remember.
Or he drowned or something.
Yeah, he drowned, and then they put him. I remember that, and they put him back together. So I guess they went, here's time to. Maybe the character wasn't working so much, so they revamped.
So he
him.
doesn't wear his like sweater vests and stuff anymore.
No, he's cool now. Got the stubble.
He's cool now.
He's cool
Has he got
now.
cool guy hair?
Yeah, he's got. It's just regular hair.
Is he the new Jake Chisel? Is he that cool?
No, he's not that cool.
Is Jake Chisel dead? I think he's dead.
I think he might be dead. Oh yeah, no, that's one of you mentioned that earlier. Coulson does have the bionic arm,
Right.
Because he touched an artifact like a few.
Yeah, and they chopped it off with an axe or something.
He had to Evil Dead his own arm, I think.
Yeah, man.
But it's got like it's been upgraded. Like it's got like a spotlight that he can use to see through walls and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
It's pretty fun. Lola was mentioned, his car. So I'm assuming at some point there'll be a race between him and Ghost Rider.
It hasn't exploded.
Hasn't exploded, yeah.
Good.
What else? Ghost Rider's great. The guy that plays Robbie Reyes.
Is he in it much?
Yeah, he's like the first 2 episodes. Like that's
No, but
basically.
Is he in it? He's in it, but
Yeah,
like,
he's in it for like the 80 minutes. He's probably in like 30.
Okay, sure.
It's good, yeah. Effects are pretty good.
Yeah,
the
no-
skull isn't 100% on point.
Well, you know, it's
Yeah,
television.
That's television,
What are you
right?
gonna
Yeah,
do?
exactly. Yeah.
I find it weird that what is this show even about anymore? Is it about S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Well, what is happening in this season is they've after the Hydra events and all that sort of all the stuff that happened
Yep.
a number of seasons ago, they've rebuilt S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a smaller organization. They don't have billions of dollars anymore because they're under the purview of the UN now, so they have to ask
Right.
for
so
money.
the Accords or
Yeah,
whatever.
they've put it back together, and they're just about to sort of tell the public they're back, kind of thing.
That's probably not.
And the
a
new
good
director
idea.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. is an Inhuman. I can't remember which one he is, but he's like super strong and indestructible, and also very nice. He's a real nice man.
Oh, cool.
He's
Who's he
like
played by?
he's like Putty from Seinfeld, except he's indestructible. I can't remember. I'll look him up.
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting that you came around on this because you were like
but again, if it falls into the same trap of
artifacts
last
of the
time,
week
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna wait.
Ming-Na Wen's still in it.
Yeah, she's
As
great.
Melinda May.
Yeah.
She's gone crazy.
Has she?
She's got some sort of virus that's made.
no.
Yeah,
It's probably
there's
a
ghosts in
Chitauri
it.
virus.
It's
What?
a bloody. It's fun. It was
Okay.
a fun couple episodes.
Wow, that's great. That's good to
Yeah.
hear, man. Mm-hmm. I'm sure people listening will be pleased to because a lot of people are like, no, you should give it a go. And now one of us has given it a go.
Yeah.
So shut up about it.
Yeah.
Stop asking me about it.
That's right. I might. You know what? I'm probably gonna go back in.
Okay.
Oh, and remember Daisy from back in the day?
Yeah, she's
She's Inhuman
Quake.
now. She's
Yeah.
got the Quake powers.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
pretty good. There's actually a really good special effect where Ghost Rider's on the run from his his mechanic's workshop,
Yeah.
and she like seismic quakes off the ground and flies through the air onto the back of the car.
Cool.
Real good effect.
All
It's
right.
solid. Good work.
Is this better than Luke Cage?
Yes.
All of it. These 2 episodes are better.
No, they're probably on par.
Okay.
But that effect is very good.
On point.
On point,
Very
exactly,
good.
yeah.
While you're looking that up, I've downloaded a comic. One of my favorite comic book writers, Jeff Lemire, who you're probably familiar with.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
It's Sweet Tooth, bunch of other stuff. He's got a new comic called Black Hammer. I haven't read it
Ooh.
yet, but it's ready to go because I've been watching too much Luke Cage, so I haven't had a chance to read it.
Gotcha.
So it's a few issues in, and I bloody love Jeff Lemire, so I'm looking forward to
What else has he done?
Bunch of stuff.
Great.
Let me think. Sweet Tooth's my favorite.
Yeah.
He did a sci-fi one that was through time that was really good. I can't remember what it's called. That was
I've probably read some of his stuff and I just can't remember
Yeah.
his name's on the...
Yeah. He did a bunch of, I think he did Justice League Dark, maybe? Or Animal Man or something like that.
Oh, okay,
Let me
right.
check.
Uh-huh.
But no, he started off independent and he did Underwater Welder actually, which is really good.
Is that about an underwater welder?
Yes.
Huh.
He did Essex Country.
Wait, you can't just gloss over that. What happens to the underwater welder?
It's like an interest Essex County. Sorry, I've got that. I haven't read it. Yeah, it's like a man like coming to grips with like being a father and
a welding torch. He's coming to grips with being a welding torch. Okay.
He's
great.
also doing Descender at the moment, which is really good. It's a really good sci-fi comic.
bloody Jeff Lemire here, right?
Which is being made into a. Yeah, he did do Justice League Dark. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, no, he's good, man. Get into it.
All right.
Oh yeah, he was doing the new Green Arrow as well. He's doing the new 52 one.
This guy's all over the place.
Yeah, he's great, man.
He's doing the big two. He's doing indie stuff. He's making a comic book about a guy who welds.
Underwater.
Yeah.
That's the hardest type of welding.
Should have called it Mac Weldon.
Antimicrobial. Bloody love Mac Weldon. I don't mind saying it, Mason. I'll say that for free. I don't care. Well, that's what we're reading, Mason.
Yeah, it is.
What's next?
Another segment that we do. It's letters.
Classic one was letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away. I know they're here right now. We're gonna do letters.
Good work.
Thank you.
At Derek Hoagie says, hashtag
I'm
Weekly
just
Planet.
picturing he's a giant hoagie.
Hashtag Weekly Planet Pod. That's how you reach the show. Just throw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Either tweet to one of us or just, you don't even have to, and we'll bloody get to some of them, won't we?
Sure.
You guys should do a show on best fan-made / unofficial movies.
Oh, that'd be, yeah,
Power
okay.
Rangers, Predator, Dark Ages, Batman Dead End.
Okay, yeah.
I would love to do that. Any spring to mind just off the top of your head?
Well, I was going to say Batman Dead End.
Is that the one where he fights the Predator? No.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and the alien. Yeah.
Cool, good stuff.
The one where he is on the Batman's on the Death Star for some reason.
Oh, he fights Darth Vader.
I hate that one.
It gets to a point where you hate it. It's good until
there's a lightsaber fight.
there's a lightsaber fight for no reason.
Why would he have a lightsaber on him?
What if he grabbed one? Would you be okay
Yeah,
with
I'd
that?
be okay with that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
But he'd have to use it in a Batman kind of way. Like he couldn't go for chopping limbs off.
No.
Because he's Batman. He'd have to use it, like Indiana Jones style.
Incapacitate.
Yeah, like chopping steam pipes and stuff.
You don't think he'd kill Darth Vader?
No.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't. would he?
Absolutely not.
I'd kill Darth Vader.
Wow.
In a heartbeat.
Wow.
You mentioned the Power Rangers one with James Vanderbeek, which was recently.
That's great.
I really enjoyed that. As not really a big Power Rangers fan at all, that is fantastic.
We could do we could watch a whole bunch of these and if we're not a fan of it, we could say what we think and then what the fan community as a whole thought.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I'd be interested to know what hardcore fans
Absolutely.
of Power Rangers thought of that.
I think generally people quite liked it, except for the people like Saban who
Oh yeah.
tried to take it down or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that will be better than the Power Rangers movie.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
There's a Darth Maul fan film that came out recently, which is really good, especially choreography wise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good Star Wars ones actually. But anyway, that's the topic for another week. Maybe it'll be next week, or we'll do Harry Potter like we said we would at some point.
Yeah.
This is from at Jag Warrior, but the O is a 0. Just so you know.
Jag Warrior.
Yes.
Do you think he's a big fan of the TV series Jag?
Maybe. Who isn't?
No, you're right, nobody.
Me.
I wish I'd gotten that handle, if anything.
Hashtag Weekly Planet Pod. So far, what do you think is the best comic adapted scene in comic book movies? I'm presuming it means like a direct translation.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So my mind goes to 300 or Sin City. Because
Okay.
those are literal comic panels brought to life, especially 300.
But I guess, in terms of Sin City, I guess it's easier to have a scene that is...
Was that green screen? Sorry.
I think it's easier to have, in Sin City, because you've sort of been eased into this universe.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to this scene that's an exact replica,
Yeah,
you kind of...
you're in.
Yeah, but I mean, that's good work to get the whole movie out in that form. But
So you're not disregarding the movie of Sin
No,
City?
no.
Or Sin City to a Dame to Kill For, which I haven't seen.
still haven't watched it.
It's on your
Still
iPad,
haven't
isn't
watched
it?
Yeah, it's ready to go. Yeah. I gotta get a new iPad, so this might just go on the stack of old electronics that I never get to, and it'll just
Sure.
sit there forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Your Zune?
Yeah, right on my
Zune?
Zune will go on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Any others spring to mind?
It's got to be a good one. Let me think.
There's a lot of Watchmen stuff is obviously ripped from the panels.
But I'm trying to think of maybe in a Marvel or a DC movie that aren't shot for shot, but they've put in a scene that's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You know what's real? I thought was really good at that.
What's that?
V for Vendetta.
Yeah,
Sort of
sure.
a DC movie. What about that bit in the 300 where the guy gets kicked into a well because he didn't realize that it was Sparta?
Oh, yeah.
He knew in the
Then
end.
he knew in the end it was Sparta. He had plenty of time to think about that on the way down, eh? You know what I mean? There's that scene in...
What's that pit for?
Yeah.
Is it a well? Because there's no rope.
That's a really good question. It's probably just a pit for kicking people
a
into.
kicking pit.
So if anything, you should have... Like, word should have gotten around that if you're near that pit...
Yeah.
Watch out because there's no safety rail and they're probably going to try and kick you into that pit.
It's their kicking pit.
Yeah, watch out for kicks and pits. I like the bit in Iron Man 1 where Ironmonger chucks a car at Iron Man and he has to catch
that's great.
That's great. In the comic books, it's not Ironmonger, it's the guy with the extremist virus.
Yeah, yeah.
And he can pick
and
up...
he catches it and then he kind of goes down to one knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I like
good.
that as well because it's not just... He doesn't just flick it aside.
Right.
It's because
There's
there's people in it,
right?
and he can't just drop it,
Yeah.
obviously. But he can't just put it down easily because the suit's failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's a guy trying to kill him.
And there's a guy trying to kill him. There's actually a bit... No. I was going to say, does he hit a guy with a motorcycle in that? Or he gets hit with a motorcycle?
Yeah, I think...
Or is that in a deleted scene?
I think Ironmonger throws a motorcycle at him and he falls into like a fuel tanker or something.
Right,
and it all
right.
blows up. I was going to say about Luke Cage, a lot of hammer weaponry in that. I was kind of hoping for a Sam Rockwell cameo. I knew we wouldn't get one.
Yeah,
Because he's probably still in jail.
He's
but
in jail, yeah.
Sam Rockwell is in jail.
Yes, he's in jail. For being too good an actor. Russell
right.
Crowe put him there. Couldn't have it.
That's right.
Maybe we'll do an episode on that as well.
Yeah. What else? Is there some good stuff from Jessica Jones or...
That's straight from the comics.
Yeah, or Daredevil. Season 2, there's some Punisher stuff that's...
There's a lot of really
There's
close
the Punisher scene
imagery.
on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Even Daredevil, like he's tied up Daredevil. And
That's
they're
a
having
really great moment,
Good old chat.
yeah.
That is a great scene.
Yeah. Hallway fight. Remember that? It's pretty good too, wasn't it? Yeah. You know what's a really good scene?
What's that?
When Thomas Jane's Punisher fights Giant Popeye.
Oh, sure, yeah. And he jumps in the bath so he doesn't get killed by a hand grenade. Yeah, that's pretty great.
That's really good. That's a great movie, maybe.
I disagree.
That's a great scene in that movie that you
I
hate.
still disagree.
That's not... You kidding me?
That's ridiculous.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
a giant Popeye.
Yeah, I guess.
You're an idiot. Mm-hmm. Last one.
All right.
This is from @Charlie_Newman1. Would you guys like to see a wacky Plastic Man movie? #WeeklyPlanetPod.
Yes.
There was going to be a Keanu Reeves one at some point.
Really?
There's been talk of that.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'll
Yep.
see anything.
I'll see it.
I would like to see more comedies that are comic book movies.
Me too.
I'm not just talking like Deadpool, where there's like that was, I guess it's comedy, I guess. But I want to see like straight comedies and see how that goes. Because now this is kind of its own genre. You can now kind of do a Western comic book
Exactly,
movie and a
yeah.
bloody comedy or whatever.
And they always work out so well, Jonah Hex.
Yes, exactly.
just go genres,
Cowboys
why
and
not?
aliens. What was I going to say?
Plastic Man.
Plastic Man.
I'd like to see that.
Jack Black was originally going to be green. There was a Green Lantern
yeah.
Jack Black
Yeah.
movie that nearly happened.
Then
Then we got a bad one anyway. So
Yeah.
what's the
You know what I
matter?
would actually like to see is maybe... I don't know how you could do this, but so in the DC universe, there's two stretchy guys. There's Plastic Man,
Yeah.
and there's Elongated Man.
Yes.
Right? There's a guy called Ralph Dibny.
Elongated. Isn't it elongated?
Yeah, it's elongated, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But anyway, so he's... Like, Plastic Man he's more versatile because he can so he can turn into a car and the car will actually work kind of thing.
Right.
Like, it's bizarre and nonsensical.
Yeah.
Elongated Man's just kind of like, he's just stretchy
He's
kind of thing.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, but he's also like one of the world's greatest detectives.
Okay.
So I would maybe like to see him in a DC movie
yeah.
where he's spending the whole movie just detectiving, and then at the end he's just
He's rubber.
yeah, like he's rubber. He's like they need backup, so he's like, well, I guess I'll use my rubber powers. I think that would be great.
That would
Like
be
you
cool.
give him little hints
Yeah.
throughout the movie that he can do that, but
Right,
he never
right.
expressly say it. And then they need
And
an
the end
action
it's just a
sequence,
mad-
and then he's just like, all right, surprise everyone. I think that'd be great.
That would be great. That would work as a comedy.
Yeah.
You could get Steve Zahn to play him.
Steve Zahn.
What's he doing? He's great.
Yeah,
he should
right?
be in more things. Yeah.
He's just in Sahara sequels that aren't being released.
Oh,
Yeah.
fan made?
Fan made, yeah.
Okay. No McConaughey? Or is it just Steve Zahn spin-offs?
Yeah, it's Steve Zahn spin-offs.
Yeah.
He kicks in the door and he's like, it's me, the guy from Sahara, whatever my name was.
He's good in that movie.
I agree.
And that's a good movie.
I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying, why did National Treasure get a sequel? This
one didn't.
Makes no sense.
Well, everybody got sued on
oh,
Sahara.
yeah, that's right. Good point. I think we say that every time Sahara comes up.
We do.
Yeah.
That's the only interesting thing about it. It's better than you'd think, and everybody got sued after it. The people making the movie got sued by the author. They sued the author.
Yeah.
Probably McConaughey and Steve Zahn got sued for...
They sued each other.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was insane. It was insanity. All right, that's the show for this week, though.
Yeah, show.
Next week will be something. But before then, where can people find us?
They can find us at Weekly Planet Pod on Twitter and Facebook and Gmail and Bandcamp. We've got some commentaries.
Yep.
I'm at Wikipedia Brown on Twitter.
I'm at Mr. Sunday Movies.
You can also follow at The Weekly Planet on Twitter. That's our friend Robert Collins.
That's a
He's
good
great.
one. Yeah.
He does great animated Weekly Planet videos on
Certainly
the
does.
YouTubes. They're great.
Yeah.
If you want to help support the show, you want to bloody keep the lights on in here in the bloody man cave.
Regular room.
No. You can go to patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies if you want to donate $1 a month or something.
Chuck in a buck.
Chuck in $1.
I've been putting up the Caravan of Garbage episodes a day early.
Oh, on the Patreon.
I can't
great.
guarantee it
Right.
because it's
Schedules.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Also,
I'll at least put up the audio one early if I can't put up the video
that's right.
one. Yeah.
What else? You can also, if you're going to buy something on Amazon, maybe you're going to buy a bloody...
Anyway.
Maybe some Jeff Lemire comics or something like that.
Anyway.
Anyway, you just there's an Amazon affiliate link in our episode description. You just click on that. You just go through the regular Amazon. We get a kickback somehow. Who knows? Who knows how it works?
All you got to do is click on that link and then go to whatever country you're in, and it all
totally.
follows through. Yeah.
And what else? What else happens? Oh, we've got t-shirts on TeePublic now, right?
Yes, but the store's empty for some reason, so I got to fix that. I don't know
right.
why it was all set up and then something happened. I don't know. Something to do with coding, maybe. I don't know.
Probably a conspiracy.
Yeah, probably. If anything. But those will. Yeah, I'll get that.
That's
going.
everything, right? Thank you to the Brute and the Basilisk and Rackham for our theme songs.
Yep.
Thank you to everyone who listens to the bloody show.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Otherwise, the rest of those plugs are kind of irrelevant in a way. Thank you for subscribing and leaving a cool review.
Yeah, that
and
always
bloody
helps. Yeah.
Thanks for doing stuff on the Reddit. At some point, I'm going to join Reddit. I'm afraid of it, but I'll get to it at some point.
Maybe go Tumblr and work your way up to Reddit.
No, that's even worse.
Does it go the other way, does
I
it?
get lost in Tumblr. Yeah.
Maybe go Periscope, Reddit.
You go Periscope, Reddit, and then back to Boomerang. Okay, good. That's a lot, I think, right?
I think that's everything.
We did it. All right.
Yeah. Next week, like I said, something else. I don't have anything else to say. I think that's all.
Nice,
things.
we did it. All right.
If you want some Luke Cage Easter eggs, I made a video. It's probably
Yeah.
up by now. I don't know.
And if you like Luke Cage stuff, maybe listen to watch the
Thursday.
Caravan
This
of Garbage
Thursday
on
might be a
Thursday.
good one.
Maybe do it.
It might be the last one ever, potentially. If we
Potentially.
never get around to it.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty great.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Grab
Thanks,
that
guys.
gem, you guys.
Bye.